speakers, and until we can take the last group photo. So, one thing that I have a lot of fun with whenever I do this is to set a challenge for myself. I like to teach Python and open science through data analysis, and every year, or every time we do this, I set it upon myself to try to do a real-time data analysis, collect all the data, and write a data analysis script in order to not only figure out who won, but figure out what we even did. And each time I'm getting a little bit faster and I'm trying to do more. This Science Slam is more about learning to speak and thinking about what makes a good talk, having those discussions, listening to talks actively, and practicing them. Hopefully you've all gotten some of that out today, and hopefully the speakers, this is the third Science Slam day that they've been a part of, have gotten a lot of that as well. So let's see what came out in the last 2 hours, okay? This doesn't mean that we know who the best speaker was. It doesn't mean that we know what the best talk is. It also doesn't mean there's not bugs in my code. Which is why everyone gets prizes. But hopefully, if you haven't seen that data analysis results can be presented alongside the code, that the methods by which someone acquired data and analyzed it can be shown alongside the results, hopefully this will inspire you to do something very similar in your own lab. By doing this, you can share not only what you found, but you share more about the process that's going on as well. You can provide something that's fairly rich. And because we've been doing a lot of Google stuff in this time, using all Google products to do this, which meant that we used Google Forms to collect data. The Google Forms went to a Google Sheet. Man, I feel like an advertiser today. Isn't it terrible, right?
We're not paid by Google, right?
Yeah. And we're using Google Collaboratory to write Jupyter notebooks, which lets us share these open science analysis. So, who here has used Python, MATLAB, R, something like that? Oh my gosh, I'm among friends. This is great. This is great. All right, so let's look at what was found. First thing I had to do was connect to the Google Drive. Google provided some libraries for that, and download the latest response data into a pandas table. Here's 5 cells. So this is kind of what our data looks like. All right, we've got all our little categories, we've got our ratings, we've got the names and when we collected it. All together, that is almost 1,200 rows of data. Wow. Man, got to publish a paper on this thing. This is great. Our talks are rated from, was it 0 to 10, 1 to 10? 0 to 10. We could have given a talk 0. It's like you didn't speak. Yeah. But no one did that. You guys are awesome. Look at how much we loved our talks. This is a histogram, which meant that more of us voted for higher rating talks, which meant overall our Science Slam had great talks. Way to go to the speakers. Yeah. In fact, we had a lot of perfect talks. I don't know. Better, right? Yeah. We can improve. Next time we're going to 11. We'll see. How much did each of our metrics vary? All right. So then we got to figure out: did we find the recipe for a perfect talk? Does entertainment level, informativity, inspirationalness, and persuasiveness, which should be a word, does that add up to what a real talk is? Or is it just some of those components that matter? We do have some variance here, which means that we've got enough spread to start figuring out if those things added up, or if only a few of those were important, or just one of those was important. What did you need to do in order for people to say you gave a great talk? Well, on the y-axis here we have our overall rating. On the x-axis side here we have the scores. It turns out you got to do roughly everything. About everything. That's good to know, right? A lot of times when we go to a conference and we want to give a good talk, we want it to be very sciencey, we try to pack as much information as we can in there. But it turns out it is a science plan, this is a biased science situation. In general, though, when someone said this was an entertaining talk, we also thought it was a good talk. When something was persuasive, well put together, we also said it was a good talk. It's just everything. So good job, guys, for doing everything. It's amazing. If we had to rate which of the factors was the most, this is a linear model of them. Roughly informativeness kind of edged out among others. If you were actually teaching something and you had some content, that was good. It's nice, right? And if we put all of this together, do an R-squared analysis, it looks like we had a pretty good model. This, we could, from just those 4 things, we could predict roughly 85% of the variance for overall quality level. So this was pretty good. How did our perceptions change over time? This is a really ugly graph. But it looks like we basically thought things were about the same no matter what. You know, that's pretty good. Even after the break, I don't know, it was okay. Did our participation level change over time? Did you guys get bored and stop signing in? No. Good job. Thank you for participating. It's been good. It looks like we're getting about a 90 person participation level. That's almost everyone in the room. So that's fantastic.
What is the spike?
The spike, yeah, what is that spike? I did investigate this. There was a misspelling somewhere. There was like a weird typo little thing. One of the rows was no one. There was just nothing, but there was like a semicolon and it counted. So that's bad data.
Okay.
Bad data. Yeah, I should delete it. Yeah, come on. How do we? But if we were to do this Science Slam again, what metrics should we have used? Maybe we can do factor analysis and start splitting things apart. Maybe use a little principal component analysis. Someone was mentioning principal component analysis. Yeah. Well, if we were to break this apart into the 3 most important things, the 3 things that co-vary, so we could just call it one thing. I'm not very good at factor analysis, but it looks like the most important thing, this is our overall score, was everything. So I guess quality is a good thing in general, but we have 2 that are kind of interesting, I think. These 2, so this is positive and this is negative, which means that on some level, our data varied in a way that said that the more information we had, the less inspirational it was. And this is red, which meant it actually said we thought it was better. So
We're scientists.
We are scientists.
yeah, that's amazing. And on the other side, this is also slightly red, but it means it barely predicted anything, so this is the least valuable of all of it. The more entertaining it was okay if it was also less persuasive. It was okay if people went, a little bit. And that's kind of nice, as long as they told a joke or 2. So stick a joke or 2 in, it might help you out this much. All right, anyway, so let's talk about the prizes. We're gonna give out.
Yeah, wait a second. I can show what we have. Right? Yeah, of course. So, amazing prizes. So
We're dividing between awards, which is like this name things analysis, and prizes, which is stuff.
yeah,
We have more stuff than names.
we have very nice T-shirts from the Max Planck Society. Prize 1. Our nice Munich Science Slam branded T-shirts. We have a book, German book, so either for German speakers or for people who want to improve their German, from Albert Einstein, Einsteins Leben und Werk im Kontext. And then we have a book, Expedition Zukunft Science Express, also German, part English. So it says how science and technology change our life. So we see how it does, hopefully. And then the favorite ones, cute little microbes. So if you're lucky, you can get syphilis or whatever. All right.
Okay. So, first thing I did was divide up. Top awards, overall rating. That was the thing that made us say this was good. We're going to start with the two runners-up. They are Liliana and Sophie. For the top-rated overall reward, we have Harry. And for 4 category awards, highest informativeness, not among these 3, are Ariana. And most persuasive speaking not among here are Christy. Most inspirational, Dan. And the most entertaining, Joe. And a very special one, I think no one's been out.
Exactly, because this is very analog analysis that Lizzie did. So she actually stopped the time of the speakers because we wanted to aim them at 5 minutes. And the winner of with 5 minutes, 1 second is Malia.
Thank you all for coming to the Science Line. We hope you'll be here next time, and we hope you put on one of your own. We need more like this. We need to remember that science is fun and learn how to be better scientists and be more inspirational to the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.